Okay, so we have some other improvements. Tell us. No, it's not.
So that was quick play.
Yeah.
Save your questions. Send them
We'll
to
do
us.
more, yeah.
We do Q&A in the very end. So if you have more questions about quick play, we gladly go back and explain a bit more in detail in the second part. Now
we got some more stuff
because 4.0 is not just quick play. There's more to it. So let's talk about the gunplay improvements. So what we've been doing is we've identified some points which are a bit awkward right now in the game. And one of those points is how you go and switch between weapons. So I don't mean picking up weapons on the ground, but I actually mean like selecting what you carry. So going from a shotgun to a pistol, for example. So what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks was normalizing some of the select-deselect animations so that we kind of like shortened them to an overall. Some weapons were already in pretty good position. Some weapons took a little bit longer. The player had to kind of learn for each weapon how long it roughly took to go, and that could feel a bit inconsistent as you try to quickly pull out your backup like sidearm or whatever.
Yeah, it just takes long in general.
So in general, like going from one weapon to another feels a lot more consistent. The same is true, obviously, for explosives. The rule we have is that the long weapons take a little bit longer, the handguns are a little bit shorter, and consumables like bombs, etc., are even like shorter.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 different categories. Like the hand cannons, they're treated as the big weapons, and the melees, they're like the machete and the saber, they're treated like the handguns, basically.
Exactly.
Something like a wood axe is treated as a long weapon. So they kind of like fall into either the longer or the shorter category, and then we have an even shorter for the consumables.
Yes.
And we have videos for that.
So to give you an idea how it looks like and how fast it is to switch.
So what you can do with this is just much faster, much more reliable. For example, go to your backup. We've seen that already with some of the people playing, especially like some of the experienced streamers. They have come up with their own little strategies how they can quickly interrupt certain reloads, certain weapon swaps, etc., in order to kind of optimize. And with this particularly here, we tried to make this more accessible for everybody. There wasn't. Yeah, it was kind of interfering. Photobombing us there.
Yeah. Another thing is faster. Throwing.
So
prepping, right?
The prepping of you see with the hive bomb. Remember, like hive bomb has been pretty awkward, like kind of shaking this like for like a minute or so.
5 minutes later, still shaking.
And so everything has been normalized. Again, the idea is that if you want to go from your weapon to a grenade, to throw a grenade, the time it takes, no matter what grenade you have, is roughly the same. So you can kind of learn these timings, you can more reliably use them. So we kind of went back, cleaned up a lot of animations, shortened some of them which were a bit too fluffed out, and just made sure across the board it's more consistent and it feels much nicer. So it's a quality of life improvement. It's pretty interesting here what you can see actually as you go away from the pistol. You can see that in a second. And it goes back to the pistol after firing, and you can instantly... Actually, I think it was the beginning of it. Let me just go back to this.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, so... Let me see. Okay, so he... Wait for it. So he shoots with a pistol, cocks the hammer. Shoots with a pistol, cocks the hammer. Now he deselects it, reloads the shotgun. And I think now it happens. He fires the pistol, quickly switches before he cocks the weapon. Goes to the pistol, goes back to the pistol and fires again. Now the reason for that is that because on drawing of the pistol, he already cocks the hammer. So he's already done this preparation. At the moment on live, what happens is that you actually see him cock the hammer back twice. And that is actually wrong. That's not how it should be. That's just part of how the mechanic works at the moment. The same is true like for like bolt action rifles, etc.
He cocks the hammer and he cocks it again.
Grow up.
Well, I meant more that he should be a commentator, like... Can you believe
So technically what you will see here, as you can see in that video, everything is a bit smoother, it's a bit faster. You still have the same weapons, you still have the same cumbersomeness of the weapons. Like between shots, you still need to like pull the hammer back between like single action shotguns like the revolver, like the uppercut. But overall, swapping to and fro from your backup to your primary or certain items is just a bit more convenient, a bit nicer, and I think it's a great improvement. And together with quick play, I think they both go hand in hand. It's going to be a quality of life improvement that just makes gunplay even more intense and fast and fun.